Now compare that situation with Dylan. Again, I would feel sad that he'd never talk to me again, but I'm not sure if that's really peer pressure as opposed to this example. And those of you who know my wife will know also this would never happen. But let's just say all of a sudden I'm here at school working and she texts me and says, honey, because she calls me honey sometimes. And she says, hey, I found some marijuana. When you get home, let's try it. And I type back, no way, we can't do that. And she types back, come on, nobody will know. And I type back, no, we can't do it. And she types back, I thought you loved me. Now that's a little more peer pressure. And I type back, I do love you, but we can't do that. And then she types back, if you don't, I'll never cook a meal for you again. I can't cook and I love to eat. So that would definitely be a peer pressure. My point is, the closer you are to somebody, as the more difficult peer pressure can be. And also, depending on your personality, if you really are one of those people that want to fit in, peer pressure can be pretty difficult. Now, what makes peer pressure so effective is what we talked about. One thing that all human beings have in common is the desire to feel like you matter, to feel like you belong, like people care. And that's a common human feeling. We talk about that with our social health, that deep sense of belonging. Everybody has it. So that's what makes peer pressure so difficult. And because of that, I love this cartoon. You know, obviously, you probably would never fall to that peer pressure because you wouldn't want to look like those guys. But we do some things that is almost just as ridiculous just to fit in, because we want to belong. We want to feel like we matter, like we fit in. And so peer pressure is just naturally difficult. So I want to go through a model of how you can get in charge of the situation and how you can best navigate through peer pressure and come out on top and still feel good. So first off, we want to talk about the two types of peer pressure. Okay? And it's not good and bad. The first type I want to talk about is called direct peer pressure. And it looks like my slide is a little messed up, so sorry about that. But direct peer pressure is peer pressure that comes from a threat or a confrontation. I love this little thing you see here on peer pressure, knowing that something is beyond stupid and going ahead and doing it anyway. That's kind of a good definition of peer pressure. And I don't know if any of you have seen this on the Christmas Story, but it's hilarious. And I'm going to have you watch just a short 2.5-minute clip on that. And then we'll come back and talk about what we learned from the video clip. So be thinking of some things that you learned personally, and I'll share kind of some things that I noticed and that we can learn about peer pressure from this video clip.